What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, sports world? Y'all know what it is, man. Monday Night Madness, where of course the Alphas and Madness meet. You already know what we do around this mofo on Monday nights, man. Sports talk at its finest. I'm your boy Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter. I got my guy, my brother from another mother. We have the toughest, hardest, hard-nosed conversation off the air. On the air, we have the realest, dopest, livest sports conversations on the air and the hardest, toughest, roughest conversations on the air, too. My guy, he's Mr. Friday Night Lights himself, Mr. Friday Nights, Mr. Football himself, Mr. He'd have trucked your ass if you was a linebacker and you played when he was a running back. He'd have trucked your ass. My guy Marcus the Alphabets was really good. My guy was good, bro.
What's good, man? Hope everybody's doing all right. All the ladies out there, aunties, baby mamas, exes, nanas, aunties. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. You are appreciated in the words of Tupac, man. We appreciate that. I know we have some ladies that are sports fans up here. Like and share the show and jump up in here. We'll have a little conversation up in here. I see you got the game. I see you got the game on in the background, man. You over there?
That's right. That's right. You see it. You see what's going on in the back, of course. Man, I gotta make sure the people when they watching the show, they can watch the background and the show at the same time.
Right.
If you somewhere right now at work somewhere, we gotta bless our hardworking folks that be working on the late nights and stuff. I know how that feels, working the late nights, the overnights, yada yada. You working mid shift to 3 to 11. I got you. All right. Now, right to the alphabets. Guess what Marcus told me today, y'all? Guess what Marcus told me today? Marcus said we're gonna start the show off with basketball. He wanted to talk basketball. Ain't that crazy? He wanted to talk basketball first. And I'm like, is either one or two things gotta be happening real soon. Either Jesus Christ the superstar is coming back real soon, or the Buffalo Bills gonna win a Super Bowl.
Did I guess it's then Jesus it is, I guess.
Yo, I'm dying right now. Listen, y'all already see the screen. The screen is already set up, ready. It's there. Shout out to all the mothers, by the way. Happy Mother's Day to y'all. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I don't know if I said that last week. I know that was last week, but I'm going to pump that again. Happy 21st birthday to my son. Yesterday, his birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Jeremiah Robinson. You already know. Happy birthday to my sister today, Fatima Verse. Shout out to you. Happy birthday, sis. Wow, love y'all. All right.
Happy birthday to my sister, too, Veronica Betts Alexander. She don't really get into sports, but she my sister's birthday is today, as a matter of fact, too. So everybody's up here. All these Tauruses. Is it Tauruses? Toro? I don't know. Is it? I guess it is Tauruses.
Yeah.
Tauruses.
Speaking about love and drive, two things happened today that I love to drive to the sports world. I'd love to drive to the sports world. One is go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. The Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers. The New York Knicks. 121, 113 over the ball.
Dwayne said we cut into his basketball time because I guess the other game, the Warriors and the Timberwolves are on. He goes, they got to win this game. The Warriors got to win this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to say, too, I don't know if you got a slide for this. I'm tired of Draymond Green's ass.
Oh, I got plenty of that.
I just say I don't know if we were going to discuss that, but he need to stop that. Oh, it's just I'm an angry black man. Nah, bro, you just you a dirty, grimy dude. That's what you are. We got to call out griminess. We got to call out dirt. Call out buffoonery, just cheap shotting people and hitting people and running into people and punching people in the groin and sucker punching people. Man, we got to stop with that, man. We got to call that crap out.
I know y'all heard that in the background. I know y'all heard that while Marcus was talking. Y'all heard that voice? That voice was Draymond Green. Watch this, y'all. Marcus, you should know this already, my guy. You know I got it lined up ready for you. I got it lined up and ready. Y'all ready? This is what Marcus is talking about. We're going to play this right now. We're going to let y'all hear some Draymond Green.
I look like the angry black man. I'm not an angry black man. I'm a very successful, educated black man with a great family. And I'm great at basketball. I'm great at what I do. The agenda to try to keep making me look like an angry black man is crazy. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous.
Draymond, please save it. I'm serious. To take that tack when you swung and hit somebody across the head again, and this is what you've been doing. That's like to make you feel guilty. I ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all just doing this because I'm black, whatever. The league's 85% black. Nobody else is getting treated like the angry black man but Draymond Green, right? Are you the one who sucker punched your teammate? Are you the guy who stepped on another player's chest and stepped on someone's scrotum? I mean, what are we talking about? And I'm going to make this very clear.
Okay.
I know everybody, he's going to go to Hall of Fame because they won 4 championships and all that. He should go to the Goon Hall of Fame. And if there isn't one, I'll start it. He'll be the first one. Unanimous. The Goon Hall of Fame. He'll go in before hockey players. This is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm blaming the players of the NBA. I'm pointing to all of you. You are the reason that Draymond Green continues to do what he does, which is to not play basketball, which is trying to hurt people, maim people, whatever you want to do, stepping on people, knocking up people upside the head, sucker punching people. There's no room for that in professional basketball. Are you serious? This ain't no hard foul or a basketball play, Kelvin.
Yeah.
He lost the ball, and let me just swing up beside the guy's head for extra. It's always extra. It's not the hamburger and the cheese. It's mayo and mustard and peanut butter. He always wants to put extra on it. That's the issue. But I blame the players to allow him to do this over and over and over. Why hasn't someone stopped him? And I'm dead serious. When he's attacked another player, the whole team should go and confront Draymond and push him down or whatever it is and tell him, don't do that to our guys. We will not accept it. I can't believe it's going on for how many years? 15 years? 14 years? Really? Where are the guys? I wish there was a Charles Oakley or an Anthony Mason or the Davis brothers in the NBA. Everybody's soft and friendly. Really?
I think what's made it disappointing for me, to go on what you're talking about right now, is the fact that he gets to do this to any and everybody and never feel the repercussions. He gets to knock out your star. He gets to, remember, he's take a swipe on LeBron and the Kiwis. Yeah, he gets to do all these things.
I'm sorry, Mark the Alphabets, sir. I had to stop it right there. I got a caller on the line, and I want to introduce the caller. Caller, what's up?
I can't hear nothing.
Okay, yeah, I can't hear anything either. We're gonna get the call line together shortly. To be honest with you, this ain't actually the call line number, so I'm actually gonna share the call line number, and I'm gonna put it up here. And then the call line will be open in about, I'll say T-minus 10 minutes, so we can get discuss some of the stuff that we want to discuss on the show. All right, so I'll call you back. All right. With that being said, Marcus, your thoughts real quick before I sound off. I'm sorry.
This the difference between this the difference. when y'all hear me say eras matter, this is what I'm talking about with the eras matter thing. There's no way that Draymond, and here's the other difference too. I'm not a big basketball guy. I do watch basketball, but not. I mean, I don't watch it like that. But I've been watching Draymond for a long time. This is the difference between football and basketball. Because I'm telling you, there's been goons there's been guys that have been cheap shot artists and goons in football, i.e. Vontaze Burfict, and it's retaliation. It's retaliation. You're not going to cheap shot one of my teammates and just think that that's the end of it. And I think it speaks to the era too. In baseball, if you hit my player with a baseball, you buzz one of my players. Now I got to buzz your player. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it works. What the commentator said, there's no repercussions. So he feels, that he can act with impunity. He can do stuff, and ain't nobody went to him and be like, bruh, like somebody just sucker punch him. Now look, here it Rise Up. We're not talking about doing violence and stuff like that, but in the sports arena, a lot of that stuff is dealt with in-house. You're not going to cheap shot my teammate, kick my teammate in the balls, sucker punch my teammate, and then laugh and walk off the field. He sucker punched one of his teammates. He does it to all the other players, and he's hiding behind the race cars. We as minorities sometimes too, we got to come out and call out bullshit too. When you're using race, you're hiding behind race. Like the guy said, 85% of the NBA is black. So they're not singling you out. There's a lot of other black players, and what you're doing is you're doing some just grimy goon stuff. And I just think I personally love to see somebody retaliate against them. That's just me though. I want to know what your thoughts are. I'm trying to read some of these comments here though. Draymond Green, I've never liked Draymond Green. So for me, I've never liked Draymond Green. I've always said he's a coattail rider. He's that guy he's the guy that's the backup singer that thinks that he's the lead singer. Everybody knew in Golden State's heyday it was Steph and Clay. Draymond, you just, and then KD for a little bit. Draymond, you were never like that dude. And then when they both got hurt and you were out there by yourself, you show you're just a dude, man. You got carried to some championships. So I would like to see these players that he's probably going to retire here in the next couple of years. I would like to see these players like handle that. You would have to see me. You do the way I'm wired. You do some of that stuff that I've seen him do. You would have to see me after the game. you would have to see me. And it would be. You remember back in the day that Malice at the Palace? That I know that was the somebody in the stands, but you would have to see me. It would have to be settled right there. You're not going to sucker punch me and just think that that's the end of it. But that's the way I'm wired. I'm a Warriors fan and always said he's a fake tough guy. He is a fake tough guy. Nobody was saying about the bad boy Pistons when they were clotheslining dudes, drop kicking dudes. And again, it's an era. It's an era. Draymond Green would not have done that back in the day because teams like the bad boy Pistons, like those Knicks teams, those Ewing Knicks teams, those Miami Heat teams, they would have dealt with him. They would have dealt with him because he's really the only one. He's a fake tough guy. Like he said, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, Charles Barkley. Your mic is off, Torch.
My mic is on.
Oh, okay.
Marcus the alphabet. Marcus the alphabet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the light on for this one. I'm about to turn the light on for this because I feel like I need to shed some light. Get ready, sir, because the fire starter is coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody that's watching all over the world. Marcus, let me start off by giving the pluses to what you said. I would be tired of an irritant like Draymond Green too if he did that shit to me. We gotta see. Ain't none of that you getting away with certain shit that he's gotten away with. Totally agree. He is the bug that you just can't get rid of. Totally understand that. But that's where the show stops for me, sir. Let me tell you why. You ready for this? You ready? Number one, Rob Parker. And I mean this in the most journalistic, respectful way possible. Shut your bitch ass up. Sir, you was literally glorifying the same type of shit 20 years ago when they was doing it. You was the same person. Now, see, this is because I know. I watch. Rob Parker, you the same person that was glorifying the era of the bad boy Pistons. The same person that was, the league was tougher back then, and it's soft now, and yada, yada, yada. Crying and bitching about how the league is so soft, right? Yet you got a problem with what Draymond does. Sir, the league was worse 20 years ago. Maybe I should go show you a clip of what they used to do 20 and 30 years ago. Sir, y'all up here talking about Draymond Green this and Draymond Green that, right? Literally, I just heard recently, Ant-Man was running his mouth talking shit, and everybody was like, oh, he's bringing Edge back to the league. I'm sorry. But for those who don't know Draymond Green, Marcus, I ask you a question. Where did Draymond Green play college ball?
Michigan State.
Uh-oh! You said Michigan State, sir, right?
Yeah.
You know what team plays in Michigan, right? Uh-oh! That would be your Detroit Pistons. By the way, do you know who was around Draymond Green when he was a kid playing basketball? For those who don't know, those same bad boy Pistons he was in the locker room with Rasheed Wallace and them. He literally watched them firsthand. Where you think he got it from? Where y'all think he got it from? The same era that Rob Parker was literally on, and we can go get the clips. Want me to go get some receipts? I'll go get them for you. The same one who was glorifying and saying Michael Jordan was crying and bitching and moaning about how the league was tough. Rob Parker, shut your bitch ass up. I don't want to hear shit from you. Which side you on, sir? Are you on the side that the league is tough and they physical, or you on the bitch side? Which side? Because I'm sorry, the league is watered down. The league is watered down and very, very minuscule. And I ain't just talking about physicality. We talking about from a basketball coach and somebody who played basketball. Fundamentals, gone. How you play the game, gone. Positionless basketball, here. No more positions had roles and you played your part. By the way, Mike's the alphabets. Speaking of position, sir, when you talk about Draymond Green, I need you to put some respect on his name when it comes to basketball acumen. No. Basketball game that he plays, not the physical stuff that y'all mad at him about, but the game in itself. Draymond Green, sir, was the emotional leader for the Golden State Warriors when they won those championships. Draymond Green is the defensive mind behind the Golden State Warriors. Go ask Steve Kerr if you don't believe it. So when you say Draymond Green was the guy who was tagging along, Draymond Green has never been the guy who will score 30 points, give you 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. But you know what Draymond will do? Make sure you in the right position on defense. Make sure that he on defense, locking down people that's 5 and 6 inches taller than him. He will make sure. Listen, he has definitely covered up Steph Curry on defense majority of the time. That defense wasn't top 5 for no reason. Clay was a two-way player. Why you think? Hello? Why you think that was? Draymond. Give Draymond some respect. Sorry, no offense. Now, as far as the young boy that said the LeBron shit, I'm sorry. Respectfully, shut your bitch ass up. And here's why I say that. Marcus the Alphabet, would you let another man put his nuts over your head?
No.
I don't think so. When Draymond Green foiled his arm up, that's because LeBron James literally purposely stepped over Draymond's head, literally, with his nuts on his head. Draymond foiled.
Okay, you're saying one thing, man.
No.
You're saying one thing. We're talking about.
I get it. He has a history. We know this. He does. I'm not taking away from that. But the young man came right here. Remember, I've been talking to you about false narratives, about stories now. If you're going to bring up a story, bring up the whole thing. Don't bring up the piece that makes your debate sound good. Sir, LeBron James put his nuts on Draymond's head. Marcus, okay. I'll ask you again. Would you allow it?
Okay. I got it. So explain him sucker punching his own teammate. You're talking about one isolated incident. We're talking about 15. Hang on. We're talking about 15.
That's not my argument. My argument is not that.
You're saying, well, what about this? I'm talking about 15 years of dirtiness.
I'm talking about what the video said, sir.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the 15 years. I have no refute to the 15 years. I remember what he did to Zaza Pachulia. I didn't forget. Do you remember that? Do you remember what he did to San Antonio?
I've seen 15 years.
Nobody's forgot that. This is what I'm telling you. Nobody's forgot that. But some of the shit that I'm listening to from these media guys, I'm sorry. You ever heard that? You heard this song Jay-Z when he said, "We don't believe you. You need more people." You heard that?
Okay.
Rob Parker, I don't believe you. You need more people. I've literally heard you on shows literally glorify the same thing that now you're trying to dictate, that you're trying to bitch about with Draymond Green. Sir, which side of the fence you on? You on the side of physicality or you on the side of, sir, stay on one side, sir. Don't jump for stories.
You can be physical. Look, there's this thing. It's called controlled aggression. Okay.
Marcus, are you telling me 20, 25 years ago that was controlled aggression? That's what you're telling me.
Listen, we're talking. You're talking about a different era. Hell, even in football,
basketball. I don't care about no damn different era. What is the difference in era? What is the difference in era?
The difference in era was a lot of that stuff was. A lot of that stuff was it was cool. That was accepted.
Oh, it was
back in the day, you could use the body slam quarterbacks in football. Guess what? If you do that shit now, you're gonna get a targeting. So saying, well, yes, because during the rules then, the acceptable rules then, that was okay. It's not acceptable now.
I don't give a damn at what time.
It's errors.
I don't give a damn if it's 9 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I don't give a damn if it was 1 o'clock in 2000. I don't give a damn if it's 4 o'clock in 2025. If you glorified that shit 25 years ago, don't be sitting up here trying to sing a new tune. Nah, bro.
It's errors.
Down. I don't want to hear that.
Even in football, you can't go up and you can't do certain stuff. They used to allow it that you could use the clothesline people. You could do all kinds of stuff. You could use the body slam the quarterback. And yes, we used to have hardest hit videos, right? You remember back in the day, Sports Illustrated? I remember they used to send out, you get NFL's hardest hits. You can't do that shit no more. He's a cheap shot artist, and most people, if you sat down and you talk with most people, bro, He's been ejected more than anybody else, bro. You can spin it whatever
Oh,
way
I know.
you want.
No, ain't no damn.
So what are we saying here? You said,
Marcus,
oh,
authenticity don't need to be spun, sir. Everything that I'm saying is authentic. Rob Parker is the same motherfucker who was glorifying
again. You're talking about 25 years ago.
No, it wasn't. It was recent when he was talking about Michael Jordan. This is recent.
That's 25 years ago. Michael Jordan retired in 2000.
Sir, I don't give a damn. You can't sit here and glorify and talk about Michael Jordan.
It's a different era. It's a different era. We just saw. Let me ask you this. Okay, hold on. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Who's the best defense you've ever seen in the NFL? We're going to the NFL a little bit. Who's the best defense you've ever seen in the NFL?
Hold on. We got a caller. I'm sorry, but no.
Who's the best? Who's the best defense in the NFL? If you say the '85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens, guess what? Guess what, Torch? They couldn't play nowadays.
Speaker is ready to pair.
Hold on. I need to get my people for it. We talking about errors and shit. Hold on, time out. Caller, what up? Oh, what up? Jay Bailey on the line, but hold on a second. Let me make sure I get you on here so everybody can hear. I want everybody to be able to hear. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Let me do that real quick. Let me get this thing set up right.
We're sitting up here and we're comparing eras. Guess what? I used to watch the first UFCs. Back in when the UFC first started, they had three or four rules: no eye gouging, no biting, and no groin shots. Guess what? And that's MMA. Guess what?
Watch this, Marcus. But then don't complain and bitch about the era.
It was a different time.
You keep saying the same damn thing. I heard you say different time 50 times. You gonna say that?
Okay, that's
30 minutes.
relevant.
In 30 minutes, I heard you say that about 6 times. And this is what I'm telling you. You can't sit here and switch the narrative when it's a feel good for a narrative, a story, sir.
I just asked you, could the 80? I'm asking you a question. Just answer this question. Could the 85 Bears play in the NFL now? Yes or no?
Yeah.
The 85 Bears, when did they play? Did you watch the 85 Bears?
Yeah, I watched.
If the 85 Bears played right now, Torch, if the 85 Bears played right now, half of their team would be ejected out of a game.
Okay. Listen carefully, and this is what I'm
plain
saying.
And simple.
I get what the hell
the
y'all
70s Steelers.
They came up with all these rules to soften the league up, whatever the case may be, safety, yada yada yada, right? But I'm talking from a media journalist perspective. Stop crying. Listen, sir, stay on one side of the fence or the other. Don't mind. Oh my goodness. Let me finish the damn thought. The thought is, hey, all you media journalists out there, if you crying, bitching, moaning, complaining about how the league is so soft and watered down and all they shoot is threes and there's no physicality, no real defense no more, yada, 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 don't bitch, cry, and complain when you see physicality. The same physicality that y'all sit up here condone.
We're not tripping about the physicality. We're tripping about the cheat shots. The blatant cheat shots.
The shit that you did 25 years ago is worse than what Draymond Green is doing.
Sucker punching your own teammates. What the hell does that have to do with? What does that have to do with the game? Sucker punching your own teammates.
I'm not refuting that. That's not what I'm refuting.
So
I need you to understand that that's not what I'm refuting. I'm not refuting him sucker punching anybody. I'm not giving him no pass for that.
Okay, that's his MO. That's his MO.
I get his MO. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about some of the physical shit. Let's not sit up here and cry, bitch, and moan. I'm talking about what the guy was talking about on the video. He literally
He's talking about his entire career. What did he say? He said 15 years. He said 15 years.
I broke it down, right. 15 years he's been doing it.
Okay.
Rob Parker, you cried, bitched, and moaned about the same. Hold on. You cried and bitched and moaned about the same shit they was doing worse 20 years ago when it came to Michael Jordan.
Michael
Literally, you
Jordan
just
came into the league in
you-
'84, bro. We're
literally,
talking
you were
40
just
years
right.
ago.
You-
What are you
oh,
talking
I
about?
don't give a- and Michael Jordan retired 20 years ago, sir.
Okay,
What
he
the fuck
came.
are you talking about?
He came in another era. He came in the league
I
in
don't give
'84.
a Marcus. I don't give a shit if he came in 1960. If you was praising and glorifying that era,
Okay,
using it as a debate, using it as an argument
There's
for
a-
one thing, you can't sit here
there's
and
a
cry.
fine
shit.
line. There's a fine line between physicality and cheap shots. Okay,
Thank you.
everybody
Thank you.
loves.
What Marcus Heron is saying right now. He said, I understand what I'm saying. The physical play is one thing. Hitting the guy in the groin, cheap shot is another, no matter what era they played in. I'm not fucking talking about him hitting nobody in the groin. I'm not talking about him cheat shotting his damn teammate, because that shit is stupidity. I literally already said that is dumb shit. There's no refuting that. I'm refuting his physical play. I watch basketball. I am a basketball connoisseur. Played it and coached it.
I
There's
got
some
you.
of the physical shit that these motherfuckers whine and bitch and groan about with Draymond Green is straight fucking buffoonery, because I literally watched them on interviews literally cry about how Michael Jordan made the league softer because he cried about how he was getting beat up by the bad boy Pistons. Yada,
What
yada,
they're
yada.
talking about, what he's talking about, though. See, you're only listening to half of the argument. The other argument he's making is people not retaliating on his ass. The reason he keeps doing that,
And
the reason,
and they should. And
okay,
they should.
that's what he's saying.
But Marcus,
That's what he's
Can I
saying.
ask you a question? If your argument is half full, do you accept 50%? You okay with 50%?
What I'm trying to say is he would stop doing that shit.
No, I'm asking you a question, Marcus. Don't excuse my question. Are you okay with 50%? Are you okay with glass half full, or are you okay with it full? Which one?
I'm an optimist, so I say glass half full.
No, I don't say no shit. No, Marcus, cut the bullshit. Marcus, I bet you your glass ain't no glass at your house half full right now.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is the reason he does that is because of the era that he plays in. If he did that shit back in the day, and that's why they talking about. That's why they talking about it's a soft ass era. Because if he would have did, do you remember when Homeboy kept doing the elbow to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Remember that video back in the day? And what did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar do to his ass?
You know what the fuck happened? He said
he can't. That's what he's trying to say. When we're talking about an era, you're not going to keep doing certain stuff.
And guess what? This era should too. Let's be clear.
That's what we talking about, saying that these guys are soft as McDonald's ice cream. That's what we say these guys.
And guess what I'm saying? Rob, stop crying, bitching, and moaning about Draymond Green being physical, though. That's not the only. And I was talking about all media journalists, not just Rob Parker, but Rob Parker, shut your bitch ass up, because you surely was glorifying the shit 20 years ago when you was watching basketball. You was glorifying it, was perfectly fine, cool, fine, and dandy. When did you all of a sudden become soft, sir? I'm sorry. Did you follow the trend and become soft too? I'm sorry. Me, I'm not a follower. I'm 10 toes down. If I believe in something, I'm standing 10 toes on it. I don't give a fuck what era we in. 40 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm standing on it. Basketball is soft as fuck. Let's be clear. I'm gonna keep it real.
That's fine.
Basketball is soft as shit.
Okay.
Let's be 100.
All I'm saying is I can't speak for everybody else. I can speak for Marcus. The person I can speak for is Marcus. You're not gonna keep sucker punching me and doing some dirty stuff and not have to see me. I'm saying you do certain things to me, you're going to have to see me. If you do something to one of my teammates that I don't like, you're going to have to see me. That's just what it is. So when they say fake tough guy,
and I would expect that as a man. This soft ass shit that I be seeing around here with the NBA crying, bitching, and moaning, all that. Oh, let's go to the monitor shit. Man, fuck out of here with that.
I agree that this era is soft as McDonald's ice cream, soft as Charmin toilet paper, soft as Snuggles.
You touch somebody, it's a flagrant too. You barely touch somebody. It's a flagrant 2. We got to go to the monitor. Let's see if this is a flagrant 2. Get the entire fuck out of here. Play basketball, man. Like the era, Marcus, you a little older than me. But my era, a little bit older than me, right? A little bit older than me, right?
Yeah.
But my era came from your era. And your era wasn't fucking solved. So you know my era wasn't fucking solved. So let's be clear. I'm from that era. I'm from the era you left us. What you talking about? I'm from the era you left us.
You're just not going to do certain things for me.
You left us this era.
You just
So
you ain't going to do certain
I
things for me.
appreciate the era of physicality. Rob Parker, shut your ass up. I'm sorry. Stop telling half stories, sir. I felt like you popped up. You felt like the story was good. So you pop up, and now all of a sudden you got a problem with all this shit, sir. I get
what we got next, man.
Argument is bullshit. Move on. We can move on. I'm sorry. Yes. Let's see. Marcus Herring like a Pop-Tart in the middle. Melissa said, did you really just say soft as ice cream, McDonald's seltzer ice cream? Yeah. Yo, Jay Bailey, where you at? I'm sorry. Yo, I gotta get that man back on the line. I'm sorry, Jay. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
What's going on, Tor? What's going on, T. Lokester?
Soft as shit. I'm sorry. Now, moving on. Next topic. The Knicks. We was talking about the Knicks. We was talking about the Knicks and the damn Celtics. Man, let's talk about that series. Let's break that shit down. That just happened. You know, the Knicks up 3-1. You know, somber moment happened. Jason Tatum may have a major ankle injury. We don't know for sure yet. But we soon to find out. Marcus, are the Celtics on the cliff?
Yeah, they really are. And if this Jason Tatum news is if this is legit, I mean, I'm sure that the injury report will come out here pretty soon. If he's out, they got a snowball's chance in hell. They got 2 chances, slim and none. if he's out.
By the way, we want to pray for Jason Tatum. Nobody likes.
We don't wish injury on nobody. It looked pretty bad. It looked like Juju Bond. It kind of looked like Juju Bond's going down in the women's playoffs in college basketball.
Yeah.
Dwayne Woodley saying it looked like a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, he probably did too, because that was non-contact.
Yeah, that's the way she went. That's the way she went down.
Marcus did it. It's all his fault. Marcus, you did it. I'm talking about food again on the show.
Talking about McDonald's ice cream.
And I'm over here eating chicken wings and shit on a Monday Night Madness show. That's right. Damn right. Now, Marcus, best player of the series. Come on with it. Best player in the series. Come on.
It's cut. Tell me your answer, and I want to see if we agree on this. Tell me your answer.
It's Brunson.
Juju Bonds was the AC. I thought it was her Achilles. You're probably right. I just remember she went down. She was just dribbling.
Juju was ACL.
It was a non-contact. Nobody even touched her. She was dribbling. She just went down.
Yeah.
Marcus Herring said Brunson too. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is when you're on top, man, everybody's going to give you their best shot. You know, the Celtics, they won last year, and it's just like, you got to understand, it's hard. It's hard to repeat, man. People don't understand like how hard it is. The next year, man, everybody's gunning for you, you know, and when we look back historically at some of these teams, you know, the recently Golden State and the Spurs and teams like that, man, you gotta realize like how hard it is to win championships, and especially like with basketball, because you're talking about series, man. You gotta play well, and I don't know, man. It's not looking good for the Celtics, man. Her plant leg twisted. Yeah, it was like, nobody touched her. She went down. It was like just really, really sad to see that. You got chicken wings. Oh, yes, I did my homemade smothered cabbage and wings last week. Burgers, catfish, ice cream. Her plant leg twisted. People need to start making a food show. What's the score?
You can make a food show. How about that? Now, with that being said, shout out to Dalton D-Man Smith, by the way. We got a lot to talk about, too, coming up. All right, Mark of the Alphabets. Here's what I'll say about the New York series. New York, Boston. Boston, the first two games, they gave up. They gave it up. I ain't gonna say the phrase, but they gave it up. When you go 25 for 100 with 3-pointers, you make only 25% of your 3-pointers, and you struggle like that at home, I don't give a damn. If you playing a good defensive team like New York and you're giving them empty possessions, you're losing. And they came back from 20 points twice. By the way, the New York Knicks are the first team to come back from 14 points down in 3 games in a series to win a series since Golden State when they played the Blazers in 2019. They're the first team to do it since 2019 in the Golden State Warriors. So the Knicks have won all 3 games by coming back from 14 points or better down, which tells me that Boston has went cold. Who can we point fingers at? Probably the whole team, to be honest.
Live by the 3, die by the 3.
Right. Probably the whole team. Right. So, and Jalen Brunson has played phenomenal. Mikal Bridges has stepped it up the last couple games. Mikal Bridges, they gave all them number 1 picks up. For Mikal Bridges, they starting to look smart now, huh? Picks not looking so bad now, huh?
For sure. By the way, shout out to the Dallas Mavericks. They had the draft lottery. Dallas Mavericks had the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft.
Come on, Michael, tell the whole story.
I don't know. I'm just assuming because all of the with the they got the draft lottery with basketball, so like you get more of those ping pong balls with the draft lottery.
Do you know what their percentage, the chance they had? Do you know the percentage of chance that they had to get the number 1 overall pick, Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
It was 1.8.
After that whole
overall pick.
After that, a lot of people said it was rigged.
Rigged. Yeah, because Luka Doncic got traded because Dallas owner did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Trading Luka Doncic, yeah. Quite interesting that they won the number 1 overall pick and got Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg is pretty damn good, by the way. Marcus, you know where Cooper Flagg come from?
No.
University of Duke.
Oh, he's a Dookie.
Yeah, he's a Dookie. He's a diaper dandy. Yeah. Pretty damn good. Duke might have won that and he not got injured.
Yeah.
He got injured too.
So congratulate. People hit the lotto. People hit the lotto too with worse odds. Oh man. What's this?
Speaking of which, let's talk about the Nuggets and Thunder. Let's get to it. This series is tied 2 games apiece. Marcus the Alphabet. This is a showdown between 2 potential MVP candidates, Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Right now, from the series, who would you say should win the MVP? Put it in the comment section, folks.
I haven't watched any of that. I have been up on the New York Celtics series.
Okay. Well, I got an idea for you. I'm gonna say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has had the better series, even though both of them at times have struggled. Nikola Jokic has struggled through games 2 through 4. If we're being honest, 33% from the field is absolutely egregious for Nikola Jokic. And folks are like, well, what's the problem? Well, I will tell you part of the problem is, number one, Nikola Jokic isn't the most athletic big man in the league.
No.
He may be 7 foot plus, and he may be able to wiggle his way around. He can dribble, he can pass, and he can get to the basket. But if you get physical with him and you send multiple athletic bodies at him, you can wear him down. And that's exactly what the Thunder has been doing. They're sending multiple bodies, young and fresh.
I heard somebody one time say that. The Joker could play with Shaq, man. And I nearly spit up my coffee in the morning, man. Another example of eras matter, man. Another example of eras matter.
Okay, now, Marcus. Now. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, now. Here's what I will say, Marcus. Who was Shaquille O'Neal's worst nemesis?
Free throws.
No. Who was it? Who? I didn't say what. I said who.
His nemesis?
Worst nemesis.
Probably Dream.
Nope.
No? I thought the athleticism of Dream was. I'm trying to think of the centers that he played against. For me, I watched. Now he was a little bit younger then too. That Houston team that
Dream was filthy, but nope.
David Robinson. It wasn't really David Robinson either.
Nope.
Sabonis.
Nope. But you get warmer.
Yao Ming.
Mm-mm.
Don't say Yao Ming.
Nope.
Those are the ones that I seen when I watched him play that gave him the most fit. I would say I think
it's not anybody that's in his conference. I'll tell you the answer. If hold on, let me check the timeline here. Let's check.
There wasn't nobody in the Eastern Conference that was messing with Shaq. I'm trying to think of the
Yes, Marcus Herring got it. Marcus Herring got it. Yes, sir.
Rick Smits?
Yes. Rick Smits used to give him fits. You want to know why?
He was like,
because Rick Smits could shoot, which means he was bringing Shaq out of the paint. What do you think Joker would do? Shaq wouldn't even guard him. I'm gonna just tell you this right now. Shaq would not guard Nikola Jokic on the perimeter.
All the really good
coach is not having Shaquille O'Neal guard him at the perimeter. I don't give a damn how diesel he is. You are not having him guard Nikola Jokic out there. No, you ain't.
Yeah.
You ain't doing. Nobody's doing that. So yeah, no. Now remember what Shaq would give Nikola Jokic fits in the paint.
No doubt.
Nikola Jokic would give him fits on the perimeter. Rick Smith was one of his biggest nemesis because Rick had a game on it.
Yeah, but I think too, Rick Smith
And it
didn't
brought him
really.
out. Yes,
Rick Smith, and then the thing was, Rick Smith didn't guard him. They would always send them. They would send the Davis boys after him.
Yes, because the Davis boys was more athletic.
A little bit more physical too. A little bit more physical.
Yes. Yeah. The Antonio Davises and yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course. You ain't sending Rick Smith to guard Shaq down in the paint.
No, that would not have ended well. That would not have ended well.
Never ended well. When they tried it didn't end well.
Yeah, that was Joker's game does remind me of Rick Smith. I don't know though. I think the person I saw just would wear Shaq's ass out was Dream. That he would Dream shake his ass all up and down the floor.
Dream Olajuwon has the best. There's no player to me in the NBA who had better post presence than Akeem Olajuwon. Nobody.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody had better post moves than Akeem Olajuwon. And Akeem Olajuwon could shoot.
Yeah.
And could shoot.
Yeah.
But they didn't really play each other enough. Akeem and Shaq didn't play each other enough. Or Akeem probably would be that guy. But Rick Smith, yeah. Rick Smith gave Shaq fits because of that. So back to Joker. But that's what they doing. They pretty much throwing bodies, blitzing him, getting him out of his comfort zone, not letting him dance and prance. I call it the dance and prance because that's what he liked to do. He liked to dance, wiggle, prance around, get to the cup, or dance a little bit, shoot the jump shot, that damn jump. I don't know how he be making them damn jumpers. His form is about uglier than Larry Bird, but Larry Bird used to.
Oh no! Didn't nobody have an uglier shot than? Didn't nobody have an uglier shot than Bill Cartwright? You remember Bill Cartwright? Oh.
I cannot believe you bringing up Bill Cartwright in a conversation about
this game. We talk about an ugly form. We talk about,
but now if you talk about form, yes, Bill Cartwright had the worst form. Luke Longley, garbage.
Yeah,
terrible. Yeah, Davis boys would bang. Smith didn't want none of the smoke. Right, Marcus.
No,
They didn't want zero of that smoke at all. Now, by the way, Marcus, how old do you think I was when they was playing?
That was with Rick Smith and them. That was with Reggie Miller. That's like early 90s. You're probably a teenager by then. 10, 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Davis boys. Then you had later on you had the Davis boys, Antonio Davis. Who was the other one? Dale Davis?
Yeah, Dale Davis.
And then they had Mark.
Marcus, I've been watching basketball since I was a little ass kid, bro. I used to watch NBC when the rainbow used to come across the screen. Remember when the rainbow used to come across the screen? Yeah, that's old, sir. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Just because I was young, don't mean that I didn't watch or that I'm not versed. I watched and I'm versed. Trust me, sir. In football, I was watching Pat Summerall and John Madden back then. Why do you think I wanted to become a sports journalist?
Where'd you watch them at? Because they started on CBS together, and then they moved over to Fox when Fox started up.
CBS and Fox. I was a little kid. This is what I'm trying to say. I remember all this stuff. but
Mark Jackson
I
was the point guard. So it was Mark Jackson. It was Mark Jackson at point, Reggie at 2, then Dale Davis
played the power forward.
Antonio Davis is power forward, and Rick Smith at center. Didn't they have they had Detlef Shrimp back then too until he moved to the Sonics. He moved to Seattle.
Right. Correct.
They had Detlef Shrimp. Detlef Shrimp was cold too.
Detlef Shrimp could shoot.
Yeah, he was real. He was who was the backup point guard? I'm trying to think of the little point guard that they have. I can't think of his name.
Now you're making me think. Wow. Who was the backup point guard?
I'm gonna have to go back.
Wow. I really would have to go look at that. So remember. Wow.
He was there before I used to say that Walter Ringfield looked like him. I can't think of his name either.
But yeah, we'll look that up. Messing with us youngins. Hi, Melissa. Melissa funny. Seattle definitely had a team back then. Yeah, we talking basketball, y'all, right now. Playoffs and taking a trip down memory lane because, you know, we was having conversations about physical nature and all this stuff. You know, Firestarter got a little upset, Rob Parker and them. Need you to stay 10 toes down, sir. I get everything else he was saying. I don't like. Anyway, I ain't about to explain it again. You had to watch the show for that if you missed it. All right. The Pacers. Speaking of Indiana Pacers, Marcus, this is probably the shocker of the playoffs right here. The Indiana Pacers. Oh, well, besides the Knicks. The Indiana Pacers. 3-1 on the Cleveland Cavaliers. What in the hell? If I told you last.
Travis
Best. Yes.
Travis Best.
There you go. If I told you, Marcus, last week that the Knicks and Pacers would be up 3-1 on the best 2 teams in the Eastern Conference with the best 2 60-plus win records, would you have believed me?
Nothing surprised me nowadays, man. Nothing. I've seen so with basketball, man. It's just like so unpredictable because, you know, if you have a bad shooting night or something like that, 3-1, no, not 3-1, not 3-1. No, I would not. No, I wouldn't have believed that.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was shocked. I would have never thought that the Pacers and the Knicks really would be up 3-1. We might get an old-fashioned, old-school rivalry for the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. We may get the Knicks and Pacers for the Eastern Conference Finals, Marcus. This is wild. And it looked like it's very well going to happen. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're both done. Yeah. I don't see the Cavaliers winning another game after what I just saw yesterday and the last couple games before that. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's not looking very good.
Looking very bleak. Now, Marcus, there was one other thing you wanted to mention before we get off the basketball thing, because the first hour has been donated to basketball. But there was one other thing you wanted to mention, and I hope you go ahead and mention it.
What was that?
You mentioned LeBron James. Go ahead and
I don't want to hear no more. It ain't a lot to say. I don't want to hear no more GOAT talk. I don't want to hear no more GOAT talk. Stop it. I never thought he was the GOAT. But there's still people up there. They're still willing to die on that hill. I don't want to hear no more LeBron James GOAT talk. It needs to cease and desist. Cease and desist. I don't want to hear it no more because it's like, bro, you can't lose like that. I understand all-time leading scorer. I understand, what's he got? 4. How many rings he got? 4? 4 rings. It could be an argument that he's not even the best player of his own era. It could be an argument. It could be an argument that he's not even the best player of his own. Hasn't Steph Curry bounced him a few times? Doesn't Steph Curry have a winning record against him? Damn. I'm just saying now that
Michael, I think you was gonna go this far, sir. But
I don't want to take nothing away from his accomplishments. I don't want to take nothing away from his accomplishments.
Look, I'm gonna sit here and eat my chicken and listen to this because go ahead, keep going.
I'm just saying. Look, LeBron James, his accomplishments, what he's done, his longevity, his versatility. Able to defend 4 positions. I wouldn't say 5. I would say he could probably defend 4 out of 5 positions. His passing. A lot of basketball. I'm just saying. I don't want to hear any more LeBron James GOAT talk. I don't want to hear it no more. I thought a lot of it should have ended after he got his ass whipped by that Dallas Mavericks team. But he came back and he won. Going back to Cleveland and winning, and then going to win, a ring in the bubble year. Oh, you still won one, but you want a ring during the bubble. But I don't want to hear any more GOAT talk. I don't want to hear no more GOAT talk. It's cease and desist. We need to stop with that. So every time somebody is usually these young cats, they want to, he doesn't get his, you're not getting any, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear no more GOAT talk. He's not the GOAT. 6 don't even belong to him.
All right. Here we go. Here we go again. Marcus the alphabet. You do this. Usually I would say you do this once a show where I gotta become a fire starter. Because you always antagonizing it with all this talk that you're doing. Sir, LeBron James ain't the GOAT?
No.
Are you
no.
LeBron James ain't the GOAT?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm positive.
100% positive?
100% positive.
Okay. You know how many records LeBron James has?
I don't care. I'm talking strictly from eye tests, biggest moments, all of that good stuff. LeBron James is not the GOAT. LeBron James is not the GOAT. Period.
He's not the GOAT.
He's not the GOAT.
Nobody's made more playoffs than him. Yada yada. Nobody. He's been to 10 finals. Nobody. You sure?
Okay.
And how many
of the finals did he win?
He won 40%.
How many finals he win?
40%.
How many of the finals did he? How many finals did he lose? 4. You lost 6 out of 10.
Moses said, "I'm 1,000% sure he ain't the GOAT." Period.
He ain't the GOAT. And people be bringing up all he played for 20 years and all of that stuff. I don't care.
played for 22 years. Actually, it ain't 20. It's
Okay,
22.
that's fine.
It's 18.
How long did Brett Favre play for?
He's never been coached by a Hall of Fame coach because he wants to run things. LeBron wants to be coach, GM, owner, and player. Say it again.
How many years?
I've heard that Rick and Morty too. You gotta give LeBron James his props because he knows how to bring people together. And you gotta give him his props because whatever he went to, he won a championship. Whatever team LeBron James won to, he won a championship. He's won 3 championships. He's won championships with 3 different teams. How many people can say that they were able to coach, GM, and scout and be a player at 6'9", 260, faster than your Dallas Cowboys players, faster than your Cowboys players, and be able to do what he's done consistently, 22 years, and the man still averaging 27 points at 40 at 41 years old.
40 years old, and takes half the seasons off with rest days, with recovery days. Yeah, he lost 6 championships.
You sure he didn't?
Yeah, I'm positive. Ain't nobody taking LeBron. Ain't nobody.
I want you to do no Rod Parker now. I don't want you to do no Rod Parker and just say Eric.
I've been saying the same thing about LeBron James. Look, I don't want to take nothing away from him. He's an incredible player. I don't want to take anything away from him. LeBron James. I feel like you're taking it away from him. I feel like you're taking the Billy away from him. And he's a billionaire. And he's a Billy. That's a Billy. That's great. You taking the Billy from him? He can't get the Billy? He can have the money.
No. He can't have the Billy. The Billy is a goat. He can't have the Billy.
No.
He can't have no Billies?
No.
You sure?
No. Positive. George, stop with the Broad don't belong in the dynasty.
Yo, Dwayne. Come on, man. Y'all can't tell by the look on my face. I'm playing right now. I'm playing with Marcus.
Hell no.
No way in hell LeBron James to go. Y'all know this. Come on, man. You don't watch enough shows. But I done told y'all LeBron James ain't the GOAT 1,000 times over. LeBron James is not the GOAT. Listen, he hit home with it when he said he may not even be the best player in his era. You better be lucky Steph Curry out for a week, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Steph Curry and the Warriors probably would be up in the series right now. 2 games to 1 if Steph Curry was still in the series. Let's not forget Ant-Man needed 28 points in the fourth quarter. In the second half to win that game, game 3. Let's not forget that. I will definitely. Hell no, you know better. Dwayne Woodley. Hell no, you know better. I've been telling y'all this for years. I was just regurgitating what I hear everybody else say. The same Rick and Morrow BS that they try to give me when I tell them that he's not even better than Kobe Bryant. People don't like that.
I don't think
people don't like what I say he's better than Kobe, but okay. Yeah. LeBron is not the GOAT at all. Are you kidding me? He's not even the best. Listen, sir. Stephen Curry. I'm going to put this out there because I just had an argument yesterday with some folks on Facebook in a group where this person said LeBron is that guy because he won with 3 different teams and Stephen Curry played with Jordan Poole. Marcus, can you give me the look when I say, hey, we're gonna talk hockey? Can you give me that look? The one time. That's the look I had on my face when I heard that shit. What? Jordan Poole? And if you don't believe me, I think I'm gonna take a screenshot, and the next time I do a show, I'm gonna show you what this person said. Legitimately, they said, oh, he played with Jordan Poole. I said,
Didn't he play with Andrew Bogut too?
Marcus, okay. So let me just break this down real quick. So we can get the basketball, so we can get the football in here. First and foremost, number 1, Stephen Curry his entire career has only played with one top 75 player all time NBA history. One. Do you know who that one player is? This should be easy.
Was it Kevin Durant?
Yes, thank you. I was about to say the fact that you even got to think about that is wild.
Kevin Durant, yeah.
Kevin Durant is the only top 75 player that he's played with ever. Ever. Klay Thompson may be on the cusp of top 75. Jimmy Butler you might be able to sneak Jimmy Butler in there, but that would be kind of hard to sneak him in there too.
AI?
No, AI never played with Steph Curry. I'm saying Steph Curry.
Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala is not a top 75 player. Don't even try it. Don't even try it.
Okay.
LeBron James has literally played with
Uber drivers.
5.
Pizza delivery
LeBron
guys.
James has literally played. No. LeBron James has literally played with Dwayne Wade. He was a franchise player. Chris Bosh, he was a franchise player. Kyrie was a franchise player. That's 4 right there. Ray Allen at one point was a franchise player. Luka Doncic was a franchise player. Anthony Davis was a franchise player. All of these players was franchise players. All of them. Yeah. And I probably could name some more.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry has played with 1 franchise player. Now 2, because Jimmy Butler was a franchise player with Miami.
Yeah.
But he's not a top 75.
No.
And that's Kevin Durant. And they both have the equivalent rings, 4 rings. How are you the GOAT when you have a player who is 6'2", 180 pounds, soaking wet, who has won just the same amount of rings as you have? Mind you, how many people thought Steve Kerr was really going to be that boy as a coach? By the way, LeBron James has played for 3 different teams. He's played with 3 different teams. And here's my question to everybody. Here's the real question. I was waiting for Marcus to say this.
Dwayne Woodley said Westbrook too.
Oh, let's not add that Russell Westbrook was a franchise player too. LeBron James, that's 8. So LeBron James has played with, at minimum, 8 franchise players. Wow. Anyway, moving on. Marcus, I wish you would have said this. I was waiting for you to say it, but the question of the night should have been, what would his Los Angeles Lakers run been had the league not played the year COVID?
The bubble year.
What would his Los Angeles Lakers resume look like without the bubble? That's the question you really should ask. Because let's be honest, they shouldn't have been playing basketball. They shouldn't have been playing basketball during COVID. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have been. But the league, and there's players, you can go look this up, who said, well,
the league gonna get their money. The league gonna get their money.
We playing basketball. Remember? Right. He said, LeBron James say, we playing basketball, we playing basketball. And the Lakers was the number 1 seed then. During the bubble, by the way. They was the number 1 overall seed in the bubble that year. LeBron James wasn't trying to give up that year. He wasn't trying to give up that year. This ain't the same thing as the 1999 Spurs winning the championship during the lockout year. You remember that, Marcus, with the Knicks?
Yeah. They played. I want to say they played.
Yeah, Anthony Davis was a franchise player too. I named him.
I think they played like 70 games that year, 70, 75 games.
Yeah, this ain't the same.
Yeah.
The league was, yes, during the, yes. was compromised during the pandemic. Sure was. Sure was. They shouldn't have been playing. So let's look at his resume without the bubble. Go ahead, Marcus. Tell me what his resume is, because I can tell you.
3 rings. 3 rings.
Okay.
And what?
Not even just that. Without the just 3 rings that he would have had. Only had.
3 and 8. He would have been 3 and 8 in the final.
Talk about his exits. Talk about his Los Angeles Lakers exits.
Yeah. Was that the last
playoffs? How many times did LeBron James miss the playoffs as a Laker? Do you know?
I don't know. I
How
don't know
many
off the top.
times did LeBron James get swept as a Laker?
Twice.
How many first round exits does LeBron James have as a Laker?
Twice.
So you missed the playoffs, you got swept, and you bounced in the first round twice. By the way, here's the worst part. This is what really shuts it up for me. The whole LA thing. Y'all can talk about this bubble shit all y'all want, fine and dandy, whatever. If y'all want to have that, but you literally traded the person you won the bubble for Luka Doncic, and you only won 1 playoff game. And you only won 1 playoff game with the person you traded you traded Anthony Davis for. You won 1 playoff game. 1. By the way, Shannon, where you at when I need you? Lakers at 5. Lakers at 5. He was right. They got bounced in 5. Right. They got bounced in 5. That, to me, should solidify everything that you need to know about his Los Angeles Lakers resume. Period. Luka Doncic was a top 2, if not top 3 player in the league when you got him.
Yep.
Bye-bye. And you got bounced because you won one playoff game. You got bounced by Anthony. You got bounced by Ant-Man, who is a 4-year player. 4-year player. He's been in the league 4 years. And oh, by the way, he has not one top 75 player on his team. Who's
Like
the top
Dwayne,
75?
like Dwayne said, stat padding, man.
Yo,
Stat padding.
Yeah. Who's the top 75 player on the Minnesota Timberwolves besides him?
Nobody.
None. Right. And you only won 1 game. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron James doesn't jump ship again after this year. Well, doesn't jump ship again. Because I don't know if y'all heard the news, but the Lakers are going through Luka Doncic now when it comes to how the team is put together. It's not going through LeBron James.
I wonder if Bronny will still be there when he leaves.
Sorry, that's something else we was talking about, because they asked, is it LeBron James' responsibility to help Luka Doncic stay on the Lakers? LeBron James said it's not his responsibility. Kendrick Perkins said, you should feel responsible, though. You're the guy who traded for him.
Yeah.
You're the guy who traded for him.
And brought your sorry ass son to the team, too.
I mean, it's not his job, but we should put a sense of, right, hey, you brought your son. Yo, you so funny. Stop that. You brought your son. You brought your son over here.
Your bum ass
Your son over here eating all that.
Doing nepotism. When I said it was nepotism a few months ago, I was being an asshole, though. I was being an asshole, and I said it was some straight up nepotism.
Who told you that? Who said that you?
I don't remember who said it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. He from Buffalo.
It better not be Andre Robinson.
Yeah.
Andre Robinson.
When I said there ain't no nepotism, you got the power to do it. You should do it, Mr. 3 points a game.
Okay. Remember, I told you on the fatherly level, For those who don't remember what I said, I'll replay it for you again. What I said is, from a fatherly standpoint, you should want that for your kids. No offense, but let's be clear, white people do it all the time. Native Americans do it a whole hell of a lot. I know firsthand because I work with both. So I can say that. Number two, yeah, you should want best for your kids. If you can pull a string to get your kid in the league, sure, perfectly fine. But on the basketball side, I also told you that we know damn well Bronny is not no 55th overall pick, averaging 3 points a game. Who does that? I'm sorry. I've never seen. Yo, listen. Last year was the first time in the league that I've seen players with 1.5 average points per game in the league getting drafted.
Exactly.
Where they do this at? You know what that says? You know, hold on, though, Marcus. You know what that says? That says the college game is going down.
It is. It is.
That's exactly what it says.
People want to talk about the Sanders brothers. Bronny 100% is only there because of daddy. The Sanders brothers can actually play. Real talk, man. Real talk. All right, let's talk a little bit of football before we get out of here because it's going close to midnight. Let's talk a little football before we get out of here.
Look at Marcus. We got him for a whole hour and 23 minutes on basketball. Shocker. Let's talk some football though, real quick. This is right up his alley. I'm gonna let him go in on this because this is what I saw. I'm gonna go ahead, put this up. I'll let Marcus go ahead and do his evaluations. Evals. All right, let me see if I can get this up real fast. Boom, boom, boom. Here it comes, and let's start here. This is a warm up. Nice little warm up. Marcus, the alphabets. I decided to pull up all the quarterbacks all-time winning percentage. I decided to pull it up.
Wow. Patrick Mahomes. Goodness
Sir,
gracious,
I want you
man.
to explain to me these winning percentages and why these winning percentages are the way they are. Is it because of the quarterback, or is it because of other mitigating factors? Go ahead and.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, I think it's Patrick Mahomes, and I think it's the coaching. Lamar, I think it's Lamar. Jaden Daniels is definitely Jaden Daniels because look, he rescued that franchise. Jalen Hurts, I think it's. I know people be wanting to give Jalen Hurts like all these props. I just don't see it, man. I don't see Jalen Hurts a good quarterback, but he ain't all that. Josh Allen, you know, he's the MVP. Brock Purdy, surrounding cast. Dak Prescott. Look, Dak Prescott's record versus the NFC East is pretty good. He came into the league with a stacked team, though. Russell Wilson, all of that is mostly from his Seattle days. Jared Goff, he's kind of turned it around over there with the Lions because he lost a lot, but he went to the Super Bowl with the Rams. CJ Stroud, weak ass division.
Hold on. Whoa. Sorry, I gotta put the pause on you for that. Please do not ever mention Jared Goff's Super Bowl appearance when he scored 3 points in the most boring Super Bowl that I've seen.
I understand that though. He did go to a Super Bowl. We got to.
Yeah, he did. He went to the Super Bowl with Todd Gurley, who
running up and down
in the league, right?
In an all world, with Aaron Donald and all them. Joe Burrow. I mean, you got to say with Joe Burrow, the year that before he got drafted, they were 2-14. Flacco, a lot of that's his Ravens time. I won't really say Bo Nix, great rookie year. Richardson might not be the quarterback there after this year. He might get benched this year. Jordan Love, went to a stacked team after Aaron Rodgers left. Justin Herbert. I think with him, it's been coaching. I think his record's about to turn around here with Harbaugh. I'm not going to talk about Mason Rudolph. Matthew Stafford, it's 40-something%, but a lot of those losses were, those early years with the Lions. Baker Mayfield, a lot of those losses were early years with the Lions, with the who else? With the Browns, with the Panthers. So a lot of this stuff is not that you're a bad player. It's just that, some of your circumstances back in the day, Geno Smith, a lot of those losses were early in his career with the Jets. Sam Darnold, a lot of those losses were with the Jets. Derek Carr, he just retired yesterday. A lot of those losses were with the Raiders. So a lot of this stuff is, is because of, how you started, where you started at, Justin Fields. Some of these guys are like second-year players. And then looking over there with Trevor Lawrence, a lot of that is just early in his career. So we'll see. And then Cam Ward, rookie. J.J. McCarthy hasn't played. And Bryce Young just, starting off with a terrible Panthers team. So a lot of that's just, unfortunate. KC versus Denver, December 25th. Oh, yes, AFC West is going to be a freaking problem this season, and I am so freaking excited. Bo Nix isn't there yet, but he continues to grow. AFC West is wide open this year, like you said. So we'll see what happens. What we got next? I do think some of these records though are going to be a little bit better. I posted this up earlier. Some of this stuff I don't agree with. Is there anything on here that catches your attention, George, where you're just like, I don't agree with that? The Ravens linebacker, and see, I don't agree with that. I think the Ravens is edge rush, but I think they tried to address that with in the draft with Mike Green. I agree with the Cardinals, Raiders.
Disagree, Marcus. I think the Ravens is secondary. The Ravens had one of the worst secondaries in the league last year.
They got the two going into this year though. They drafted the safety Malachi Starks. They're going to line him up next to Kyle Hamilton. Now we talk about corners specifically.
Yeah, we talking about their corner game was terrible.
I wouldn't say whole secondary. I think they might have the best safety tandem in the league, but probably corner. I would agree with that. The Falcons, they got AJ Terrell. I think he's pretty good.
AJ Terrell is pretty good, but
Bills safety, and we were just talking about that too. We just talked about that. Emenwari, you had Emenwari sitting right there. Yeah, and you could Bears running back. DeAndre Swift ain't no good. Roshan Johnson.
By the way, not to interrupt, but I will be writing an article about Brandon Beane and that buffoonery that he pulled with media journalists, even though those media journalists was buffoons themselves. But I'm definitely gonna write an article about it. I got the green light to do so, so guess what? It's coming. Make sure I post it too, so y'all can see it. But go ahead, continue.
Browns quarterback, yeah, they got to figure, like, they got like 5 quarterbacks on their team. Somebody's got to emerge out of that. I don't think Deshaun Watson plays this year. Flacco's on a 1-year deal. Pickett's on a 1-year deal. And then you got Dylan Gabriel and Shador. So they're going to have to fight that out. I agree about the Cowboys. I think that they need a nose tackle. If you would have asked me this a week ago, I would have said number 2 receiver. And maybe running back. Denver, I don't agree with that with Denver. RJ Harvey, they just drafted him. I like RJ Harvey.
I don't agree with the running back thing either. I think Denver's biggest issue, to be honest, will be receiver. Maybe even tight end.
Yeah, after Cortland Sutton, I don't know if I agree. I think for them, it's probably wide receiver. Detroit interior O-line. For me, I would say edge rusher for them because I don't know the way that Aiden Hutchinson's coming back off of that torn ACL, and they really struggled when he went down. For them, I would say edge rusher. Green Bay, you agree with Green Bay edge rusher?
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess. I mean, they went and got the boy from Texas.
Yeah, because Green Bay's solid on the secondary side. They're solid at corner. They're solid at even without Jaire Alexander. They're solid at safety. Linebacker definitely took a big upgrade. Definitely made a lot of progress in development last season. Yeah, edge rusher. If they had somebody to legitimately get to the cornerback on a regular, Green Bay. That's why I thought whatchamacallit should have went to Green Bay. What's his name?
Who'd you want? If I were Green Bay, I'd be calling it
Miles.
Oh, Miles Garrett. If I'm Green Bay, I'd be calling Cincinnati right now. They said they ain't even talked to Trey Hendrickson.
Oh yeah, that's another. Yeah, they should have tried to get him. I'd
be talking to Trey. I'd be talking to them. Texans, I agree. Colts, I'd say secondary with the Colts. Jags safety. Yeah, I guess so. The Chiefs running back? I don't agree with Chiefs. For me, Chiefs is offensive line. It's offensive line for me. I think their offensive line got exposed in the Super. I would say offensive line for the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's definitely open for me.
Raiders. I would say wide receiver for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Like Geno said, I know that they wanted Genty, but I thought that they should have went Ted McMillan. Chargers tight end.
They got Genty though. They wasn't playing no games about that.
Yeah, they wanted Gent. Chargers, yeah, probably tight end. I'm trying to think on defense. Running back, they just drafted Hampton. Wide receiver, I think they're good at wide receiver. Yeah, probably tight end. Rams, I would say, yeah, probably cornerback for them. Their defensive line's off the charts. Dolphins, offensive line. It's offensive line for me. Because when you look at Tua, I would say offensive line. Vikings, I agree with. Patriots, I agree with. Saints, I agree with. Giants quarterback. Yeah, I mean, Jackson Dart's going to start. So probably Jets wide receiver. We ain't gonna give Garrett Wilson no props. I guess they're probably talking about second wide receiver. They said for the Eagles, nothing. Steelers quarterback, I agree. 49ers offensive line, I agree. Seahawks interior offensive line. Okay. I would probably say edge rusher for them. Bucks linebacker. Okay. Yeah, I probably linebacker for the Bucks. Okay. And then linebacker for the Titans. To me, for the Titans, I think is wide receiver. I think it's wide receiver over there. Like you got Cam Ward. You spent the number 1 pick on Cam Ward. Who's he going to throw to? Who's the number 1 receiver for the Titans? And then Washington edge rusher. I would probably have to agree with that too. They got a nice little team over. So I mean, most of it's not too bad. Some of them they kind of missed that on pretty big. So what else we got?
One last one for the night.
All right.
I went at this specifically just for you.
It's a bigger deal out of that than what it is. He's a good kid. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure because you guys kind of have a history of getting rid of head case receivers right before they fully crash out or fall off the face of the earth.
Oh, do we? I haven't noticed.
I mean, yeah. Antonio Brown, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Martavis Bryant.
Yeah, whatever.
George, nice to meet you. What? I want to fight you till you die.
What the
Just give me the ball and we won't have any problem. And remember, I'm open even when I'm not. Okay, but we also have CD who actually gets open. That guy, man. CD, DVD, MP3. All you need is MP me. Not sure I follow. Give me the ball or I will cause problems. So you did give us a problem child. Yeah, it's kind of what we do. Honestly, can't believe you fell for it. Don't worry, though. He's more of the throw temper tantrums and fight other players type of head case rather than the commit crimes and do drugs type. Well, that's good at least. Was his attitude why you got rid of him? Partially, yeah, but we also needed to make room for some other receivers we're bringing in. Who the hell are you bringing in this late in the offseason? Is Alan Lazard here yet? Oh, that makes sense. Not yet, Aaron. We're working on it. Hurry up, because I'm not signing until he is. We know. Oh, and if you need Randall Cobb's number, I can pass that along to you. We do not want that. Why are you willingly signing up for this drama? You just traded for George Pickens and you're lecturing us about signing up for drama? You're right, my bad. So we'll give you George Pickens in a 6th for a 3rd and a 5th. Sound good? Yeah, sounds great. But just to be clear, you said his attitude problems aren't that bad? No, the media makes a bigger deal out of that than what it is. He's a good kid. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure because you guys kind of have a history of getting rid of head case receivers right before they fully crash out or fall off the face of the earth.
Oh, do we? I haven't noticed.
I mean, yeah, Antonio Brown, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Martavis Bryant.
All right.
I like the move. I believe in giving people second chances. I talked about this on Coffee Talk. I like the move. Look, I like the move under the circumstances. He's in the last year of his deal. You're not committed to him long term. You're not paying him a lot of money. You gave up a 3rd round pick for him. Okay. To me, it's basically you got him for free. You got him for free, basically. If he somebody else will sign him because he's uber talented. And if 1 year, he goes off and you can't pay him, somebody else is going to pay him big money. You're gonna get your compensatory pick back. If he balls out and you want him to stay, you can move some things around. You can keep him. So we'll see what happens. And like I said, he's on a 1 year deal. I think he's going to be on his best behavior. And if he's not, then you get rid of his ass. It's that simple. It's that simple. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited about it though. I like the fact that he's going to be playing next to CD, and you can't double team him, and he's going to free up CD to do things, and CD's going to free up some things for him to do some things. So we'll see what happens. That's all. Everybody, thank you for watching Monday Night Madness. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming through. We're gonna try to finish up watching the rest of these basketball games. Tune in tomorrow morning. If something pops up, ain't nothing really going on, I'll probably do Coffee Talk tomorrow. Make sure y'all come through, man. We appreciate y'all showing love and support. Everybody who comes through in the comment section. Dwayne, Melissa, who else we got in here? Dalton. and a few other people. If we miss Joshua Bailey, we appreciate y'all. And make sure y'all tune in. We appreciate all the support, man. What you got to say, Torch? We argued for a whole hour about punk ass Draymond Green.
See ya.
Chiefs.
The fuck?